And good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Woodbine Mohawk Park on this Saturday, March 21st, 2026. A day later, but much better conditions here this morning for our 9-race qualifying session. Horses for the first are about to go to the starting gate. We will have now a field of 7, scratch number 7, Jim's first 8. Driver change on 6 to Tyler Borth, and to the 8, it'll be Jeff Hunt. Starting gate in motion, field of 7, qualifier number 1. Here they come. The raw fan pacing. At the inside, All-Star Chords is scooting ahead. Driving down the center will be Glennie Mack. From post 2 is Night Wash, who will settle in behind the rail starter. Divine 8 up on the outside is 4th. Inside 5th is D.A. Bodacious. That one followed into the turn by Star Bright Dancer. And Invincible Hanover will yield and be the trailer. Field of 7 to the opening quarter. Couple of them parked out there driving on towards the top. 28 and 2 was the opening split. And settling to the lead briefly was Glennie Mack, but Demine 8 now is rushing up and will look to overtake. So McNair will let that one go. Demine 8 takes the lead now for Tyler Borth. Racing in second is Glennie Mack. The early leader, All-Star Chords, gets a good spot there in third, tracked fourth by Night Wash. Fifth up the backstretch is D.A. Bodacious. Sixth in line is Star Bright Dancer, and then the trailer continues to be Invincible Hanover. So they're single file after the dust settled there in the opening 3/8. The midway point is hit in 58 and 2. Second quarter is going to be recorded here in 30-second slats, so a little bit quicker as the latest leader up top by 2. This continues to be Demine 8. In second is Glennie Mack. Third is All-Star Chords. Fourth is Night Wash. Right behind that one was D.A. Bodacious, who looked ready to go on. Will sit there for the time being as Invincible Hanover gains a couple of spots from the back, and angling on out is Star Bright Dancer to track that rival. Three-quarter time was 1:29. So the third quarter was in just 30 and 3. They get to the head of the lane, and Demine 8's going to try and dig in and fend off Glennie Mack, who pops back to the outside trying to retake the lead. Invincible Hanover went off stride. That one will push Star Bright Dancer a little bit wide. As we have less than an eighth of a mile to go, Glennie Mack takes the lead. Now shown clear racetrack. This is All-Star Chords, who just comes off the rail, looks to sweep by, and All-Star Chords. This is a good-looking effort. We'll take it. Finishing in second was Glennie Mack. Demine 8 was third, and then getting up for fourth was Star Bright Dancer. Another breaker in the stretch was D.A. Bodacious. The mile time, 1:57 and 2. Qualifier number 2 taking their position, scratch the 7, Dragon on the beach. Field of 6 now on the pace. Starting gate moves into the stretch. Here they are, second qualifier. So they're off and pacing. The inside two, the quickest away. TH Summer Lovin' will push ahead of Don't Mess with Molly. Coming across, that's going to be Figment. We'll see where that one wants to land. Meanwhile, it's Never Assume in fourth. A few lengths going back to Custard Crunch. And the last one is going to be Love My Rockin' Bird. In front is TH Summer Lovin'. As mentioned, Figment left from the outside and gets up into second. Clear of Don't Mess with Molly in third. The opening quarter was 29-3. TH Summer Lovin' is fronting this field into the backstretch. A lead of about 3.5 lengths. Racing in second continues to be Figment. Then it's a gap of 6 going back to Don't Mess with Molly. Another gap of about 4 to Never Assume. The final pair, Custard Crunch and Love My Rockin' Bird. No change in order here through the second quarter. That's how they're set up. As up front, it continues to be TH Summer Lovin'. 4-year-old daughter of Cattle Wash by the half in 58-2, stepping it up with the second quarter in 28-4. And the leader, TH Summer Lovin'. Figment, the other 4-year-old there, trying to keep pace with the leader. Then we're going back to Don't Mess with Molly in third. Never Assume is in fourth. And once again, Custard Crunch and Love My Rockin' Bird round things out. Coming to three quarters, it's a 2-length lead for TH Summer Lovin'. Figment chipping away at the deficit. Three quarters, 126-4. So a pretty good middle half put up here by TH Summer Lovin'. It's been a 2-horse breakaway. Figment still 2 lengths away. Then we're going back to Don't Mess with Molly. Meanwhile, Custard Crunch, Love My Rocking Bird trying to advance as we have a 16th to go. TH Summer Lovin' still with the lead, and TH Summer Lovin', she's poised to go all the way. She'll win it by about 1.5 lengths. Right in behind, well in hand was Figment finishing in second. Don't Mess with Molly was third. Custard Crunch was up for fourth from Love My Rockin' Bird, and Never Assume 154-1. Good effort from TH Summer Lovin'. Starting gate to the top of the stretch, a field of 8 for the third qualifier. Pacers set to go. Here they come. Off and pacing, and we see Can't Turn You Down kicking on forward along with Final Rinse. Cold Creek Katia from the center, and that one's being pointed to the lead by Travis Henry. HP Dorothy gets away in fourth. Looking to settle will be She's a Sunshine in front of Lexi Lane. That one followed into the turn by I'll Be Bulldog Beth, and then the early trailer is Carson's Wicked One. Out in front here is Cold Creek Katia, and Cold Creek Katia leads them to the opening quarter in a time of 29-4. So as they straighten out into the backstretch, we have a 2-length lead up front here, a better than Cheddar 3-year-old filly and Cold Creek Katia who leads it. Second is Can't Turn You Down. A few more lengths back to Final Rinse in third. Another 2 lengths back to a first-timer in HP Dorothy. That one is followed by She's a Sunshine. On that one's helmet is Lexi Lane. Then in line is going to be I'll Be Bulldog Beth. And 2.5 lengths back to a first-timer in Carson's Wicked One. They're coming up to the midway point. Still a loose leader is Cold Creek Katia, who was by the half in a minute and a fifth. Racing on to the far turn. There's been no change in how they've been set up since that first turn, but getting away up front is Cold Creek Katia, leads it by 5. In second is Can't Turn You Down. Third is Final Rinse. Still there fourth is HP Dorothy, who is followed by She's a Sunshine. Then Lexi Lane. Ready to go is I'll Be Bulldog Beth, and 2 lengths back to Carson's Wicked One. 3/4 is hit in 129-3, and all alone has been Cold Creek Katia, and Cold Creek Katia with a lead of about 8 as they're into the home stretch. Can't Turn You Down has been second throughout. Here on the outside comes the first-timer HP Dorothy, making a break in the lane with She's a Sunshine, but it is all Cold Creek Katia, and Cold Creek Katia cruising on home is going to take the third qualifier, going to win it by close to double digits. HP Dorothy battles up on into second. Can't Turn You Down finishes third. Final Rinse was fourth. 157-3, 28 seconds on the dot home for Cold Creek Katia. Trotters lining up for the fourth qualifier. First look at Trotters here today. Field of 7, as scheduled, set to go. Driver change on 1, Tricks on You to James McDonald. It's Tricks on You right here, Hanover, Mr. Wallner Fashion. Steamer, Grambling Hall, Irish Dreamer, Outside the Fire. And the raw fan trotting here in qualifier number 4. Steamer is trying to shoot out to the early lead, while right here Hanover is right there in second. Center of the track is Grambling Hall as Wah gets that one settled. We'll look to settle into that 4-hole behind Mr. Wallner Fashion. Rail Starter Tricks on You is 5th. Irish Dreamer is 6th. And then it's Outside the Fire to round things out. Everybody's got their spot to the opening panel, up in a time of 29 and 2. So it is Steamer who leads it. 29 and 2, as mentioned, was the opening quarter. Steamer, a 5-year-old gelding, leads it by nearly 2 lengths. From right here, Hanover in second. Mr. Wallner Fashion, who was a good-looking qualifying winner a week ago, sits there third. Fourth is Grambling Hall. In fifth is Tricks on You, tracked along by Irish Dreamer, and then it's 3 lengths back to Outside the Fire. So nothing has changed. Second quarter is being led by Steamer, and Steamer comes up to the half in 59 and 2. So a second quarter in 30 seconds flat, and we take them onto the far turn now. It's Steamer, the leader, by 1.5 lengths. Right here, Hanover tracking nicely there in second, while Mr. Wallner Fashion is calmly there third. Fourth is Grambling Hall. Right behind that one, Tricks on You. Irish Dreamer in sixth, and 2.5 lengths back to Outside the Fire. As we come to 3 quarters, Steamer has called all the shots. 29 and 2, 59 and 2. 3 quarters, 128 and 3. So that's the fastest split to this point. It was 29 and 1. Steamer is into the stretch. 2-hole trip throughout for right here Hanover, who stays on the leader's back. Mr. Wallner Fashion hasn't tipped out yet. Now will, with 1/8 of a mile to go. Then we're going to Grambling Hall. So a 16th remains, and Steamer's trying to close it out. Right here Hanover looking to slingshot by. So too Mr. Wallner Fashion. 3 across to the wire. It's going to be right here Hanover. Mr. Wallner Fashion was second. Steamer right there third. Then finishing in fourth was Grambling Hall. 156 and 2. Set to go with the fifth qualifiers. The Pacers hit the top of the stretch. A field of 7. Here they come. And the raw fan pacing. Century Endeavor tries to launch from the outside. Marlene's Legacy was shooting out from post 2 well and strikes the early lead. Pownell Bay Colleen gets away in third. Then it's Winsun Coco Premier Delight going back to Variety Blue Chip. And the last one will be Always Being Crazy. Marlene's Legacy out in front here by almost 5 lengths going to the opening quarter. So she was ready to go. So too was Century Endeavor, who crossed over in a second. Opening quarter was 28-3. So it's Marlene's Legacy and Wah, a clear leader. Second, Century Endeavor, 3 lengths going back to Pownell Bay Colleen, who is followed by Winsun Coco. Gap of 3 then to Premier Delight. A couple more lengths going back to Variety Blue Chip. And the last one is Always Being Crazy. Marlene's Legacy continues to swing away up front here by 6 lengths coming towards the half. Marlene's Legacy, a 4-year-old daughter, control the moment, goes by the half in a time of 58-2. Second quarter in 29-4. Century Endeavor still there in second, while Pownell Bay Pauline is racing in third. Fourth is Winsun Coco. Premier Delight still there in fifth. As we go back to our final pair of Variety Blue Chip and Always Being Crazy. So gapped out a bit as this group from front to back about almost 25 lengths, as it is Marlene's Legacy the leader. Century Endeavor's getting a little bit closer, coming to 3 corners, and Pownell Bay Colleen is also in the mix there, 6 lengths off the lead. 1:27 was the 3-quarter time. Marlene's Legacy into the stretch. Century Endeavor in second. Pownell Bay Colleen is there third. Then back to Winsun Coco in fourth. Several lengths back to the others, with Premier Delight at the inside of that one is going to be Variety Blue Chip. As we come into deep stretch, Marlene's Legacy is going to be a gate-to-wire winner. Will go on to win this one by about 4 lengths, finishing in second, Century Endeavor. And then through the wire third was Pownell Bay Colleen, and fourth was Winsun Coco, 155 flat. Qualifier number 6 is up next, scratching numbers 4, 6, and 8. So that'll bring us down to a field of 5. Salzburg Rollo, 7 summers ago, On Fleek, Rip the Page, and Regal Duke. Here they come. So the raw fan pacing 7 summers ago gets our first call out to the early lead, while On Fleek will get away second. Coming across is Rip the Page, gets into the middle of this group of 5, settles there third in front of Salzburg Rollo in fourth, and then back to Regal Duke, who races in fifth. Out with the lead is the Daughter of Cattle 7 summers ago. Second, that is On Fleek, but not content to sit third is Rip the Page. And here comes this one already on the move. 29 seconds was the opening panel. So Rip the Page is sweeping up to the lead, or looking to maybe do that. Will actually just end up looping around on Fleek and settles into second, as 7 summers ago continues to truck right along. 7 summers ago leads it by 2.5 lengths. Into second was Rip the Page. On Fleek is now in third. Salzburg Rollo in fourth. And then it's about 7 lengths going back to Regal Duke, who races there fifth. We're coming up to the midway point. 7 summers ago by the half in 57 and 2. So it was scooting right along. 28 and 2 second quarter speed for 7 summers ago. Rip the Page. This is the season debut for this one. Just a second career qualifier for the son of sports writer. Racing in third is On Fleek. Fourth is Salzburg Rollo. And again, it's about 8 lengths going back to Regal Duke. We're midway around the far turn. 7 summers ago by 2. Rip the Page getting closer now and already coming off the rail. Then On Fleek in third, and Salzburg Rollo is fourth. 126 and 4 for 3 quarters. Pacers to the top of the stretch. To this point, it was 7 summers ago. Here is Rip the Page on the outside trying to get on by. 7 summers ago has not surrendered the lead and looks to rebuff this one. So Rip the Page in second. On Fleek is third, and Salzburg Rollo in fourth. 7 summers ago leads it by 2, and 7 summers ago going to go all the way here in qualifier number 6. We'll win this one by 2 1/4. Finishing in second was Rip the Page. On Fleek was third. Salzburg Rollo fourth, and then back to Regal Duke fifth. 155 and 4. Getting ready to go now with qualifier number 7. No scratches, field of 8. They're off and trotting. From the outside, to grass ain't greener. Heading on out to the lead. Down the center is Green 19. Also coming away is going to be Switch. At the rail is Just Bank, followed by Felix Hanover, then Dorico Tubbs, followed by Loyal Leo, and then making a break early on was I Love Me Some Tacos. That one has reset. The grass ain't greener. Goes out to the lead once again. Leads it by 3 to the opening quarter in 29 seconds flat. So the grass ain't greener. Hoping to put things together this time out. Racing in second is Green 19. Third up the backstretch is Switch. Then trotting along in fourth is Just Bank. Gap of 2.5 lengths back to Felix Hanover. Then we're going to Rico Tubbs. Another couple lengths back to Loyal Leo. And well out of it, that's going to be I Love Me Some Tacos. Already out from third, this is Switch. Meanwhile, the leader is The Grass Ain't Greener, who's coming to the midway point, leading it there in 59 and 3. On to the far turn. The Grass Ain't Greener. We've already got a few on the go. DeGrasse ain't Greener going to try and hang in there this time around. Meanwhile, on the outside is Switch, second over, and already maybe thinking 3 deep is Just Bank. That one is right there, ready to go for Jameson. Inside fourth is Green 19. Couple lengths then to Felix Hanover, followed by Loyal Leo. Then to the inside is Rico Tubbs. 3/4 is the next destination. New leader now is Switch by a length. At the inside is DeGrasse ain't Greener. Off stride went Rico Tubbs. 3/4 time was 1:30 and 4, and they get to the top of the stretch. And the leader is Switch. Off cover now is Just Bank. Like we said, that one was poised to try and strike. Just Bank in the center. Switch is hanging in still with the lead at a length and a half. Here comes Felix Hanover up on the outside. Behind horses is Green 19. Far outside is Loyal Leo. Switch still with the lead. Felix Hanover going to wear this one down. Takes the lead. Felix Hanover in deep stretch. Felix Hanover wins it. Finishing second was Switch. Up the inside, Green 19 was third. Just Bank was fourth. And on the outside, Loyal Leo fifth in 2 minutes flat. Set to go now with qualifier number 8. No changes here in the 8th. The field of 6. Older pacers set to go. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Living the Beach Life is blasting out to the early lead. Shot off the wings nicely. Calico Jack Hanover follows that path now up into second to get in front of Lamborghini Lou. Got away third. Coming across, dropping in fourth is Tyga Hanover in front of the rail starter Dirty Diana. And then McWicked Time rounds things out. So this 6-pack of older pacers drive into the first turn. And Wah has Living the Beach Life leading it by 2 from Calico Jack Hanover second. The opening quarter time was 28 and 3. Living the Beach Life fronts him into the backstretch. Calico Jack Hanover is second. Right there, third is Lamborghini Lou. Then in line fourth is Tyga Hanover. 2 lengths going back to Dirty Diana, and then another 3 lengths back to the trailer. McWicked Time. As they race up the backstretch here at Woodbine Mohawk Park, it's the 8-year-old Living the Beach Life, the leader. While right there in second is Calico Jack Hanover, as this is his second qualifier of the season after a real good 4-year-old campaign. And then some troubles for Tyga Hanover, who's taken out to the center of the track. The half was 58 seconds flat. Driving onto the far turn, continues to be Living the Beach Life. Right on the helmet second, Calico Jack Hanover. Lamborghini Lou is up close there in third. Fourth now, Dirty Diana. 2 lengths then going back to McWicked Time, and then it's about 8 lengths back to Tyga Hanover, who rounds things out. Living the Beach Life to 3/4. Calico Jack Hanover set for the final quarter sprint. 3/4 time was 1:27 and 3, so they will be doing some stepping on home now. Head of the lane, and it's Living the Beach Life. Calico Jack Hanover still second. Third is Lamborghini Lou. Then Dirty Diana, followed by McWicked Time. Now to the outside, Calico Jack Hanover, and he's trying to blast on home. Calico Jack Hanover, Living the Beach Life, gives way here in the final 16th. Calico Jack Hanover will take qualifier number 8. Living the Beach Life finishes in second. Lamborghini Lou was third. Dirty Diana to McWicked Time and Tyga Hanover, 1:54 and 3 for Calico Jack Hanover. Here we go for the final qualifier today. Qualifier number 9 to wrap things up. Off stride before the start, here's the 5 Calgary Morning. Others are off and trotting. Feel Like a Woman, pushing down the center of the track, while Our Halo is away well at the inside. HP Fashionista to get away third, followed by Pat's Queen in fourth. In line is Lifting a Legend. And then resetting after the miscue at the start, Calgary Morning looks to catch up. As we're into that first turn, Jody Jameson sent Our Halo to the top. And Our Halo, second qualifier for this 3-year-old daughter of Green Manalishi. Opening quarter was 29-4, and she is a leader by about 5 lengths as they move to the backstretch. That lead now going to shrink a little bit here in the second quarter as they just cruise along. Feel Like a Woman is moving in on the leader, just 2 lengths away now. Then back third is HP Fashionista, Pat's Queen in line fourth, followed by Lifting Legend, and then about 7 lengths going back to Calgary Morning. We're making our way to the midway point. Our Halo by the half in a minute and a fifth. Second quarter in 30-2. And just as Feel Like a Woman got to within about a couple lengths of the leader, Our Halo ramps it up and stretches the lead back out to 5, nearly 6 lengths. 5/8 of the mile complete as they trot around the far turn by the Petro, and it is Our Halo the leader. Second is Feel Like a Woman here on the outside. That is Pat's Queen, stride for stride with HP Fashionista, Lifting Legend, and then to Calgary Morning. Our Halo to 3/4 in 129-2. She went a 29 1/3 quarter, got away on them and leads by 8. In second is Feel Like a Woman. Pat's Queen on the outside's been battling with HP Fashionista. Lifting Legends trying to split between those rivals. Calgary Morning following that lane, but it's all Our Halo. Our Halo, second time out. Good to go. Our Halo will win the 9th and final qualifier. Finishing in second, it's going to be Feel Like a Woman. Lifting Legend got on through for third, 158-4.